There we go. All right. I think that's at the right angle. Is that one at the right angle? Move it up a little bit. You don't want the wall. I think that's good. Okay, here we go. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Get into that breathing, not as quickly as you can. I'm not trying to rush it, but you know how to breathe at this point. You know what's going to best work for your yoga, right? So we want to try to. I'm looking for my yoga music here. There we go. Whoops. No, I don't think that one is. Sorry, talking to myself here. Okay, so we're inhaling, we're exhaling. We're trying to, use the breathing to help us. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. The breath comes in and expands throughout the body. As we exhale, we're letting go of any tension we might be aware of. And that could be something just as simple as like being aware of, maybe you took a longer walk and your legs are a little sore. Maybe you slept a little weird, So acknowledge that, right? Don't try to just push past it immediately. Acknowledge it, that we're going to be working on that today. For some reason, this lighting looks better than when I have the other one on, so I hope it looks bright enough to you guys. It looks very bright on my big screen today. And this looks tilted, so I don't want you to have a tilted recording to look at. That would drive me batty. Okay. So once you feel that breath coming in and it's expanding, and we're letting it come all the way to the belly. So the breath is slower and deeper. And we have that full exhalation to let the body relax. I want you to try to also get your mind clear, right? You don't need to think about anything else that's happening today or anything that happened over the weekend or yesterday. Right now, this is where your mind and body are. So let's just try to keep that focus even after we start adding some movement. All right, if you're feeling like you've gotten a little bit of time here, the body's ready. Stay focused on your breathing, but we'll go ahead and get the knees bent, or the heels lining up with the hips, of course, and then lift your hips up. Literally lift them off the mat, move them down a little bit. So this is a really nice, you should feel like the spine is longer, even though it's not pressed into the mat, right? Shoulders are open, neck is long, and arms are just going to be right here. Take a breath or two, still feeling that breath coming in and that big exhale. All right, we're going to start with the easiest one, right? We're going to inhale and the arms are going to come over the head. They may not go all the way right away. That's okay. On the exhale, bring them back down to the mat. Again, so try to match your breathing. Don't change that breath at all. Inhale, reach up and over. Make sure you've got clear area above the head and around the body. We are going to do a few little snow angels in a moment. So if you're too close to something on the side, you can scoot yourself over maybe a bit. One more like that. And then back down. Now, the first time we do the angel, it's going to be a little bit different. I got to scoot over just to have some room. I'm going to inhale, bring the arms over the head. Now bend the elbows. Bring those arms close to you. And at the very bottom, the palms are up, so you do have to turn them over to start again. But instead of the full arm, this is a little bit easier by just kind of keeping the elbows softer. It doesn't have to be a big bend. Inhale up. And again, just kind of bringing the arms back down, letting the elbows lead the way. Do one more. If the shoulders are feeling okay at this point, you can take the arms up and try to do that half snow angel back down if you've got room. And again, inhale up. Exhale, bringing those arms back alongside. Whatever's going to work the best. 2 more. All right, now bring them back down, put the palms down, and rest. Take a breath or two. Is it still feeling like it's a slow breath? Is it still as even on the inhale as the exhale? Is it still, you still feeling that full expansion to your belly? So when we do the other way, you kind of have to turn your palms over right away. So whenever it feels natural for you to do so, lift the arms off the mat and then inhale, take the arms away from you, half circle all the way overhead. You want to still feel those fingertips kind of stretching away from you, and then they come straight down alongside the body. And again, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, now the arms are coming back down. 2 more times, half circle away, reach up and back down. And 1 more time, out and up and back down. Good. And again, just keep the arms alongside you and rest. I'm going to scoot back over now. We're getting ready to move on to lower body. All right, take the arms up, inhale. Exhale, open. Bring those arms onto the floor. Now you can do palms up or down. Trying to keep the arms straight out from the shoulders. We're going to warm the hips up with little twists to start with. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, drop both knees right. Inhale up. Exhale, drop both knees left. We'll do that a few times. So we're just moving slowly. We're using the breath, right, to dictate the length of the movement. But we're just starting to do that side to side. So this is an external rotation on one leg, internal, somewhat internal on the other, not a complete one, but just letting the outside knee drop down if you can. This inside knee is going to be close to the opposite foot or maybe the calf. Inhale up and go the other way. And now go back to the right where we started. Let the knees go. And if you can, look over towards your left arm. Hang there for a little bit longer. Inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, make sure the feet are still parallel to each other. Drop to the left. Same thing, so maybe that left knee's all the way down. And then look toward your right arm, your right hand. All right, and bring the knees back up. Go ahead and bring those arms alongside you. Take a breath in and out. Next inhale, bring the arms over the head. On the exhale, pull your right knee right into the chest, right here. Allow that leg a little time to relax. I feel even tighter in the front of my hip on this one than I do the back of my hip, but just try to ease into it. And then we're going to extend the foot up. We're going to work the foot and ankle first. So, just pointing and flexing. And circling the ankle. Again, just a pretty easy warm up that we always do. And then what I want you to do, again, we'll really get into the hip. So keep the knee relaxed and move that knee up and around, almost like a snow angel, right? Like a wing. But we're just doing the one leg at a time. Knee up and around and down. How does that hip feel? Do a few one way. And then I want you to go the opposite way. Try to do about the same if you happen to count it. If not, you just kind of feel that you're doing about the same amount. 7, 8, 10, something like that. Not 2 or 3. Okay, good. Now that hip should feel a little warmer. Do an easy little extension. Extend the right leg up. Take the hand anywhere on the leg that's comfortable. And then we're going to take that right foot to the left knee. We're going to press the right knee away from us. So even if you always bring your left foot off the mat, for this one, I want you to try to keep the left foot down. Don't try to do it. No. Left foot stays down. Press the knee away from us gently, right? Notice where you're feeling this up in the back side. Muscles kind of go across the back. You can feel how evenly your hips are on the mat at this point. I want you to change hands now. Take the left hand across the knee, pull it toward the midline, but don't let that right hip come off the mat. All right, the right arm's out here. You're just pulling that knee in. It just hits it a little differently. All right. Okay, release. And just press that knee out on its own without using anything else, any external, any hands. All right, one more inhale, exhale here. And then we'll extend the leg up one more time, just on its own, no hands. Bring the foot back to the mat, resettle here. Take a breath in and out. Next inhale, take the arms overhead again. This time bring the left knee in. I can't find the right spot for those blocks. Bring the left knee in. How does that feel? Start to pull the knee toward you. So we're not feeling it here, right? We're feeling it in the back side and the back of the leg. Hold it right there. And then we'll extend the leg up. Same thing, we want to start with the footwork and the ankle work. Circle the ankle. And make sure you go the other way. All right, a little easy extension here. And then we'll bend the knee and we're going to start moving that knee around to loosen up the hip. Move slowly if you need to. Use the hands if that makes it work better for you. Same thing, we want to really get that knee moving, really get all that movement up in that hip socket. All right, now after you've gotten the hip warmed up, that's when we'll do one more little extension here, I think. Now left foot to the right knee. Same thing, we're going to start out gently pressing out with the left hand. Really, again, feel how those hips are even on the mat. All right, let's change hands now. Right hand to the left knee. Start to pull that knee in, but keep the left hip down. A little bit longer. And then release and extend that leg up. Let's go ahead and extend both legs up. Move the feet and ankles just a little bit more. Wake them up. All right. All right, now one more thing we're going to do. Now you can keep your feet off the mat, bring the legs together. You can also bring your feet to the mat, middle or off center a bit. Just a twist with the legs, trying to keep them together at this point, this time. And we're going to go right and left 2 times each. So take a breath in. As you exhale, let them go right. Again, Notice what happened to your left shoulder. We're going to look to the left if we can. And then inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, go to the left. And inhale back up. One more option. Again, you can do the same thing with the feet off the mat. Just takes it a little bit deeper. Inhale first, exhale, go to the right. And inhale, knees up. Exhale, go to the left. That's our last one. And then inhale, bring the knees back up. Now from here, if you want to rock yourself up, you can do that. You can also quickly roll to one side. And we're just going to get onto all fours here. So have the blocks, I guess probably still at the top of the mat is good. All right, come into hands and knees. Check to make sure everything is lined up. Pull that belly in. Start to breathe again with awareness, right? Of course, we're breathing. Inhaling, trying to still feel this expansion as the breath comes in. On the exhale, just draw the belly in a little bit, just engage it. Inhale again, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand, easy cow. So just a little tilt of the chest and tailbone. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Start working a little deeper into those two poses every time you go through that sequence. Two more times. Inhale, back to cow. Keep your hands right here. Exhale, downward dog. Tuck the toes under, but don't move the hands further out. Stretch those hips up and back. Allow the head to hang. Pedal the feet slowly. You might actually get one heel onto the mat with a shorter distance. But don't go too fast here. Hold it. Give it a moment. And we still want to feel like, don't shift your weight too far into the hands. We still want to feel the lengthening through the sides of the body as we're in this, but we're just kind of able to get the heels down a little easier maybe than normal. All right. Allow the head to hang. Slowly look under the right arm. And slowly turn and look under the left. And then completely relax, let the head hang heavy. Bring the knees down. Open them a bit. And come into child's pose. Bring the arms in with you. All right. Now, we are going to do some pretty uncomplicated things today. I want you to really focus more on getting a lot of movement out of all of your joints and all the, the upper body, lower body. And of course, we're going to be concerned about our form when we get into the poses, but that's not our main focus today. I really want to kind of get the body nice and warmed up and get all those joints to move a lot. So we're going to do that a little bit as we come back into our flow here. So you've got the hips back. Bring the arms a little more forward, and now come into downward dog, and this should feel more like your regular downward dog. And again, press up and back. Try to feel the weight through all 5 fingers, so that's 4 fingers and the thumb, if you want to think of it that way. Kind of really pressing the pads of the fingers into the mat. Once again, try to keep that neck as neutral as you can. Nice and long. Feel the long legs, the long torso, the long arms. One more full breath here. And then inhale to plank. If you need to walk the hands out slightly, do that. As you come into that plank, think of your heart shining forward. Exhale and lower yourself to the mat. Bring the knees down if you like. Draw the elbows in. Inhale to cobra. Think of moving forward and then up. Exhale, child's pose. Keep the arms forward. Keep that left hand here. Bring the right arm back and slide it under you and try to get your right shoulder near the mat if you can. And let's change hands. Right arm forward, left arm comes under. And back to the middle. Come back to downward dog. All right, inhale to plank again, or modified plank. Exhale, lower. Cobra pose. Inhale. And exhale, child's pose. Now come back to hands and knees. Line it up the same way you did earlier. On the next inhale, bring that right arm up and open. Exhale, bring it back down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, extend up, open the chest. Exhale, back down. Third time going further. So inhale, open up. Exhale, bring the arm under. Slide all the way down to that right shoulder. All right, slowly open, bring it back up, and back down. Inhale, exhale, just stay on all fours. We're just gonna do the other side. Same thing, we're gonna open for 3 times. We're gonna open up 1, exhale, bring the hand right back to where it was. Inhale, open left again, rotate that chest. Exhale, back down. And then third time, open up. As you come down, turn the palm up and slide down to that left shoulder. All right, open it up one more time as you come up. Come back to all fours. Take a breath in and out. Tuck the toes under. Come to downward dog again. Get into that downward dog. If you want to walk the hands a little more forward, you can. Deepen it. And then this time I'm going to have you walk to the top of your mat. Bringing the feet under the hips. Come into your forward bend. Grab those blocks if you like. And just roll it up. Let's come upright for a minute. So what we want to do is find that perfect mountain pose while I'm adjusting my wardrobe here. So get your feet nice and, in that mountain pose. Look down, lift the toes up and place them back down. Try to not, or be aware of grabbing the mat, right? We tend to do that when we're doing something that's kind of hard. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. Okay. Anyway, make sure you feel your weight throughout the whole foot. Don't sit back in your heels. Don't get up in the toes too much. Pull from the middle. So if there was a string coming right up between the feet, through the center of the body, through the crown of the head, it's going to keep you as tall as possible. We're going to also think of opening across the body, right? So we don't want to push the shoulders back, but it's a nice broad feeling, right? Okay, broaden the shoulders. Drop the shoulders back. Eyes are looking straight ahead. Hopefully you have a focal point that's interesting to look at, that you can hold your focus on that when we get into something that's a little challenging. Take the arms over the head, inhale. Now bring your hands together, palms to the heart, or palms together, hand to the heart. Make your way slowly into your forward bend. Feel free to use those blocks all the time if you like. Just hang here. Inhale, lift halfway, straightening the back. Exhale, forward bend. Roll it up. The head will be the last thing to come up, so really engage the belly. As you're upright, then the shoulders roll back, eyes go forward. Bring the hands together. Bring them to your heart. And then return to mountain pose. Let's try that one again. Inhale, reach out and up. You can roll down again, or you can open and dive into that forward bend, whatever's going to feel the best today. Inhale, lift halfway. Again, use those hands externally. Keep the back long and straight. Exhale, forward bend, rolling up again, or you can extend the back. Reverse dive as you come back up. This time, open those arms and float them back down to mountain pose. One more time, inhale up, dive or roll it down. Inhale, lift halfway. Now, if you can, take those arms and reach away. Lift the heart, keep the shoulders apart. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward bend. Now stay here a little bit longer. Hands on the floor. I want you to bend the knees, really drop those hips behind you. And then slowly straighten. So I don't want the focus to be so much on straightening back up. I want it to be getting the knees deep into a bend and allowing the back of the heel as it goes into from the behind the above the ankle, behind the ankle, and under the heel. So let's again keep your hands somewhere to take most of your body weight. Bend those knees. Ooh, how does that feel? Hold it there a little bit longer. And then slowly straighten and hang. If you need to come above, get your head above the heart at some point, feel free to do that because we're going to be down here a little bit longer. All right, bend the knees. Again, really feel that weight pressing all the way through those heels. And then straighten. And now roll it back up. Roll the shoulders up and back. I'm going to face you for a moment now. You've got that weight nice and spread out through the feet. Tighten up, stand tall. Take one foot off the mat and back down. Other foot up and back down. Notice if you tend to feel like you're shifting a lot, or you're trying to keep the upper body pretty much in place, and just take the foot up a little bit, bring it back down. Other foot up, bring it back down. You can have your hands anywhere that you like. We're just doing a little practice balancing right now. We'll get to it later. I notice I shift more to one side than I do the other, so I'm going to try to control that and not feel like I'm going right and left so much. All right, come back to mountain pose. Gonna move on now. Take the arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Slowly come back into your plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Both arms to the right edge of the mat, so the left hand's going a little further, getting more stretch along that left side. All the way to the other side, same thing. Excuse me. Trying to keep those hips back. I'm gonna go drink the water. And then back to the middle. All right, come to hands and knees. Now, before we go into some lunges, just gonna have you do something for the shoulders and the upper back. So when we're in our all fours, we're kind of pressing our upper body away from the mat, right? We're kind of like pressing out of the hand. Now what I want you to do is drop just the chest and then press back up. So it's like I'm letting those shoulder blades slide or stay where they are, and the upper back is dropping down lower. I'm not bending my elbows at all. I'm dropping the chest and then coming back to that straight position. Let's do 2 more. Keep the arms straight. Let the chest kind of drop down, come to the very bottom of where your shoulder blades can go, and back up. 1 more time. Now, can you do the opposite, not cat pose? Keep the hips where they are, but press the shoulders or press the upper back up and then come back to that neutral position. Press up and neutral position 1 more time. Press it up and neutral position. Okay, now just kind of sit back on the heel or on the knees for a minute. Slowly drag that right foot through. Come to a kneeling lunge. Feel free to bring those blocks back here now if you need a little extension for those hands. Start to get the hips more forward. So the front leg is our strength leg. It's holding us in place. We're moving forward to let this back hip stretch a little bit. So we still want to be tight. We're pulling up through the middle. We can keep our hands right here on the leg. If that feels pretty balanced, try to bring the arms up. Eyes go up a little bit. Drop the shoulders, lift your heart. All right, bring the hands down. Change legs. If you want to go through cat and cow at any point, feel free to do that. Left foot forward, coming up onto that right knee. And I'm going to shift forward. So I'm not going to shift forward and let my knee go out over the foot too much. It's still kind of lined up near the ankle or the arch, but that back hip gets to move forward. Find your balance. And then bring the arms up. Remember to think of the heart as shining a little higher. All right, bring that knee back. Go ahead and come into child's pose. I am going to have to dash out. I will be right back. Hold that child's pose. If you want to, you can stretch to either side again. Oh, I don't need to. Don't need to dash out. Oh, just my usual allergy problems. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, let's move on. So today what we're going to do is from all fours or downward dog. We're going to do the whole right side of everything. Let's see where we are. We're going to go to a lunge and warrior poses and all of that. Then we'll come back down and then we'll do the whole left side. So we're not going to be going right and left, doing each thing separately, but everything right, then everything left, if that makes sense. So you're in child's pose. You can either come to hands and knees or you can come to downward dog, but we're going to get into a high lunge first. So think about what way is going to work the best for you. Now, whenever you are ready, you're going to step that right foot through. Keep that left knee up. Make your way up to a high lunge. Okay, so on this one, everything facing forward. back foot not angled. Find your balance. Remember, tighten up, stand tall. And those arms up. Take a breath in and out. One more. Inhale. Exhale into warrior one. So you're going to step in a bit. Straighten that back leg. Bring the arms down if you need to get everything in place, but then they go back up. As you go into that warrior one, make sure that you're keeping the shoulders down. Take a breath in and out. Next, inhale, prepare. Exhale, open it up to your warrior two. Hold that warrior two. Now what I want you to do, sorry, I was trying to change my music. It's like a Savasana music, which is, I don't like it right now, but it's okay. Sorry about that. So warrior two. Now, make sure everything opens to the side. Look over that right hand. Where's your right knee? Don't let it go out to the toes. Again, trying to kind of keep it over the arch or the ankle. Back foot a little angled here. Now reverse warrior first. Let's take the arm up. Notice that I don't come out of the knee bend though, right? Try to keep that knee where it was. Let the body go up and back. Side angle, I'm sorry, back to warrior two. And our side angle, I'm thinking ahead. Left arm coming up. Keep it straight up today. Now bring it behind the lower back, a little half bind, reaching for that hip. And as you open that shoulder more, just gaze up beyond it. And we'll slowly come back to our warrior two. Take one more inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, turn and open to your warrior one again. This time bring the arms up. Now, from here, cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Energize all the way to the fingertips. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands together behind you. Interlace the fingers. Pull the arms long. Lift your heart. And bring the arms back up, warrior one. Lift the back heel up. Come a little lower into your high lunge. Slowly start to bring the hands down to either the blocks or your mat. Come back onto your knees. You can have the toes tucked or not. Take your fists, bring them to the back of the pelvis. I want you to press the hips forward, take your gaze up, try to pull the elbows toward each other. And then come back, hands and knees, child's pose, and rest. I'm going to turn to the other side to do the other one, other leg. Take a breath, take 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to be making our way up. So remember that you can either come up and go through hands and knees, or you can go through downward dog. All right, so when you're ready, start from where you're going to transition, right? First, we're going to bring that left foot through. Bring the right foot in a little bit if you need to. Once you're up, you can put that right foot wherever you want. Find your high lunge. Come to warrior one. So just put that back foot down flat, straighten the back leg. breath in and out. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, open to warrior two. Reverse warrior, take the left arm up. Remember, we're going to keep that leg where it is. Bring the body up and back. Back to warrior two. And then right into our side angle pose. So we're going to start by leaning in. Take the right arm straight up. And then we're going to bring it behind our lower back. Reaching for that left hip crease. Trying to open the right shoulder more and taking your gaze above it. All right, slowly come out of that. Come back to your warrior two. And then turn to warrior one when you're ready. Bring your arms up. Take a breath in and out. Inhale again. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together. Opposite grip if you can. Pull the shoulders back, lift the chest. Bring the arms back up. Come to a high lunge. So just come onto the ball of that back foot. Let the knees relax a little bit more. Slowly make yourself, or bring yourself back down. Come back to hands and knees or downward dog. And turn back to the other side. See how we're doing here. Good. All right. From there, I want you to go to downward dog when you're ready to bring yourself back up to the mat. I'm going to have some music. So come to mountain pose. Sorry guys, for some weird reason my music doesn't want to play. Not that it's that necessary, but okay, I give up. Okay, we're in mountain pose. Now, I'm going to give you a choice today for our balancing. Remember, you can use the wall, doorway, whatever you want. We do tree pose quite a lot, right? Today we did a little bit of extra work on the hips. So if you want to, I haven't done this one in a while either. We're going to go into one leg pigeon. So you're going to bring this leg up and across so it's above the knee. All right, either leg. Decide which leg you want to start on, what might feel a little bit stronger. So again, feel free to even have the wall behind you on this one. But what I want you to do is, even when we have to shift around a little bit to get into that position, try to keep the mountain pose posture that we think about. So that leg comes up and over. I'm just going to bring my hands to my heart. Now I'm going to start to drop my hips back. Whoops. Like we do in chair pose, right? So in chair pose, we let the hips go back. We want to have that same feeling here. We're going to sit back a little bit, but try to keep our chest lifted. So you don't want to collapse forward. If you need a little help to get the leg there, that's fine. Give it a try. If it's not clicking, just quickly go back into your tree pose. Give that one a shot for today. Now for extra credit, if you're here, as you come out of it, I want you to straighten your standing leg, lift this knee in the front, and then come back to mountain pose. Oof. Whenever you're ready, let's try the other side. So bring that foot up and across. Same thing. Find a point that you feel like you can balance. Like, this is harder for me on this leg. I don't know why. Start to sit back, right? Whoops. So then you just try it again. Remember to stay tight through the middle. The core is always going to help us if it's engaged. Same thing, if you're a little wobbly or doesn't feel good, come right into your tree pose. If you're still here with me, as you straighten up, just try to bring the knee up in front for a second and back down. Come on back. Ooh, top of the mat. If you're not there yet, come on back. Roll the shoulders back. Bring your chin forward. Let's just let the chin drop onto the chest. Don't collapse here. Shoulders are back, but just easy half circle here. Work through that neck a little bit. All right, now, when you've done both sides, what you feel is even, come back to the middle. Inhale, eyes forward, standing tall. One more full breath here. Next, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, dive into that forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift, extend. Reach those arms away from the body and hold that balance if you can. Take a breath in and out. One more inhale. Exhale, fold into that forward bend. Step back into your plank here. Inhale as you get there. Exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your forehead to the mat. Stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms. Okay. Tighten the belly. Inhale, lift the forehead up. Lift the heart up. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and extend those arms behind you. If that's feeling good, you can always add the lower body into it if you like. Try to maintain that for at least a breath. Maybe one more. Inhale while you're up. Exhale, lower. Turn your head to one side and rest. We'll do it one more time. You can do what we just did. You can come all the way up into the full pose right away if you like. You could do bow pose if you want. Or you could even just, God, I can't think today. And lace your fingers behind your hips and do it that way. Now, before we do that though, I want you to bring your forehead back to the mat. Arms are still long. I want you to do these little leg rolls. Windshield wipers. All right? And just roll as far as you can on each side of the leg. All right? Now, bring the legs long. Again, we're going to think about what we want to do. So you can go into bow pose. You can do the half pose. You can do the full pose. I'm going to bring my hands together behind my back. Inhale, lift up. Now keep your neck long. Don't look straight in front like you're a Superman. You're going to fly somewhere. You don't need to see where you're going. Look at the front of your mat. Keep your neck long. Inhale while you're up. Exhale, lower. Head's going to turn the other way just for a moment. And then bring your forehead back to the mat. Rolling the legs side to side one more time. Just, 3 or 4 each way. And then I want you to go ahead and bring the legs back down. Hands are going to come under the shoulders. Give yourself a big push up and come all the way back to child pose. Bring those arms in with you. See how much time we have. We got time. All right, as you come out of that, you're going to extend your legs in front of you. I'm going to face you for a moment. I'm going to put my heels right here. All right, so you want to feel like those little bones up in the hips are even under you, right? Shouldn't feel like you're leaning more to one side or the other. If you need a pillow or a folded blanket, go ahead and grab that. Now sit tall, shoulders back. Take the arms up, get taller. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Hands can go to the feet, legs, floor, wherever you want. Wherever you land on that first one though, that's not the end, right? We're going to inhale, lengthen more. Exhale, move forward a little bit more. Inhale up. Exhale, move forward. right, come on out of that. Let's go into a straddle today. If you don't like your heels on, like if you're on a hard floor, by all means, reorient yourself so your heels are cushioned, okay? Once again, get the body tall. Try to keep the feet from rolling inward. Some people have a natural tendency to do that. So if you're aware of that, you're going to have to really kind of engage the muscles here to keep those toes up. Now, sit nice and tall. This time we're going to ease into it the first time. I want you to walk your hands out. Keep the back straight. So we're going to keep the back nice and long. I don't want you to be rounding over the further out the hands go. So inhale, exhale, inhale, lengthen, exhale, right? I'm just going to walk my fingertips a little more forward. Every inhale, though, I'm going to kind of recheck that spine. Get to a point that's a bit of a challenge and try to get comfortable there. Walk it back in. Sit up nice and tall. Turn your whole body to the right. You can either walk the hands out on either side of the leg, or you can reach up and over for the foot, however you want to do it. But I want you to really think of turning that torso to the leg as much as you can while still keeping your opposite hip down. Walk it back in. Sit up tall, inhale. Exhale, turn to the other leg, same thing. Walk the hands out or reach up and over and try to go for that foot. And come on out of that. We're going to go to the middle one more time. Now, if you would like to walk the hands out as we did before, you can, or you can bring the arms up. Inhale, exhale, reach forward. Now, I can also even go out to the feet here if I like, but whatever I do, remember, I'm going to always try to keep that body as long as possible as it's moving forward. Two more breaths here. All right, ease out of it. Slowly bring the legs together. Help them if they need it. Shake them out a little bit. We're going to come down onto our back. We don't have a lot of time left, but I might go a minute or two late. Bring the knees in. Start out with just rolling that back. I hope you do this at least once a day. This is a good one. All right, now let's take the feet back up. Let's move them a little bit. Flex and point. Circle the ankles. All of the stuff we do all the time. All right. Let's go ahead and come to our bent knees position. Bring the arms alongside you. Take a breath in and out. All right, next inhale, bring the arms over the head. Exhale, bring the right knee in. Now we're going to keep that leg in and stretch the left leg all the way out. So right knee bent, left leg straight. Take a breath in and out here. On the next inhale, open this right arm to the floor. On the exhale, twist and pull your right knee all the way across. And then come onto the back. And let's go into thread the needle. This time, feel free to bring that left foot off the mat if you like that stretch. And if not, you can just keep the left foot down. Either one. All right, uncross. Hug the knees in. Keep the left leg in and let that right leg stretch all the way out. Take a breath in and out here. Next, inhale, prepare, open the left arm. Exhale, twist and pull the knee across. All right. And then come onto the back. Left foot's going to go on that right knee. We're going to come to our thread the needle again. All right, uncross. Let's go into happy baby. Take the legs apart, grab onto the feet, toes, knees, whatever works. Slowly bring the feet together, bring the knees together, bring the feet to the mat. Drop the knees open. Come into your butterfly stretch. Take the arms shoulder height or even a little higher. Take a breath in. Notice what's tight. On the exhale, we're just going to try to let this area relax. We're not going to push our knees down. Let the chest relax. You can have the arms at whatever angle works, but try to get the backs of the hands to the floor also. We're just going to take a few breaths here. We're thinking ahead. We're getting ready for Savasana, right? Oops. But right now we're just doing our, letting the inner thighs work a little bit. One more full breath here. All right, bring the knees up. Stretch the legs out long. Keep the arms all the way overhead. On the next inhale, stretch fingers to toes. On the exhale, let everything relax. We're going to do that a couple more times. So inhale again, stretch all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the toes. Exhale. Again, let it relax. Slowly turn your head to one side. Inhale as you bring it up. And to the other side. And inhale back up. Last time, full body stretch. Inhale. This time on the exhale, we're going to bring the arms lower than the shoulders, right? We want to go not too close to the body, right? Just a little distance away, but just comfortable. We're into Savasana now, right? So if you need to be in a different position, feel free to do that. Use any type of props that make it really comfortable for you, and give yourself some time to rest. You've got a couple minutes here. Check in with the body. If you feel a little tension anywhere, you've still got some time to work on that. All right, if you want to stay longer resting, please do. If you do plan to get back up now, you want to start moving really slowly, gently. All right, hands and feet, fingers and toes. Use your hands to help you come on up. Find a comfortable position. Hands to the heart, namaste. I'm going to come back over to you. So if you want to say anything, feel free to unmute yourself. Off.